WR podcast. I'm Joey.
I'm
I'm
Tommy.
Pop. I'm Pop.
Go.
Come in there, boy.
Yeah, come in there, boy. We have an esteemed guest this evening for the WR podcast. We have our good buddy, our friend, friend of ours for years. We have Awesome 4K, who is has more subscribers than we do. By the way, we should mention that. And Ken, go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Well, how's it going, people? This is Ken Lee, better known as Awesome 4K on YouTube. And my channel's all about wrestling, movies, video games.
As well as you're the you actually have your own podcast as well, sir.
Yeah, I do a variety of things on my channel. Podcast once in a while. I have a couch co-op series, a lot of unboxing videos, pickup videos, and all that fun stuff. Posting every week.
That's right. He posts more than we do, guys. That's also a thing as well.
Yeah, I love it. To me, it's like it's a passion of mine. It's an outlet on my free time. So I'm either making videos or editing videos, or always got something going on.
It's always fun to do that. Seriously, it is.
Oh hell yeah! It's a nice outlet. When you got nothing else to do in your free time.
Oh yeah. We'd like to maybe talk to you real quick, maybe interview you real fast.
Yeah.
What exactly, growing up, if you did grow up a wrestling fan, when did you become a wrestling fan, and what got you into it?
I was a fan. I always liked wrestling ever since the late 80s.
Awesome.
But I wasn't like a super fan until many years later, because of my buddy Joe, who's on my podcast. He's the wrestling fanatic. He's the one that grew up with wrestling, and we went to school together. And so, and he lived actually 2 blocks from me, so we used to hang out all the time back in the day, in the 90s. So in the late 90s, we were every Monday night, we were watching, the Monday Night Wars and all the WCW stuff and all the WWF stuff every week, which is cool.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
time, but yeah, I got into it in the late 80s. I used to really enjoy watching Andre the Giant come out and wrestle, and wrestle Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. Back then, even though Hogan and Warrior can't wrestle, but it was cool seeing their persona, all that.
Almost definitely, it's more character driven than it is in ring, unless you're like
Right.
Dave Meltzer, of course.
Right. But yeah, I always liked wrestling, and then years ago, because there was, every year they used to do a lot of documentaries back in the day.
Yeah.
And, I'd start, and I'm a big fan of documentaries. So I started to get into the docs, and the first DVD that I picked up as far as doc-wise goes is the, what's the name of that DVD, forgot the name of it, but it had New Jack in it. He was part of it, and Jake the Snake was part of it.
Beyond the Mat?
Beyond the Mat, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I started collecting DVDs around then as far as wrestling DVDs go. Then I really got into it quite a few years ago once they started putting out Blu-rays and stuff like that.
So, when you were younger, how old did you actually start watching, wrestling? How old were you?
Oh man, I would say 8.
8? Okay.
Something like that, 8 or 9, 1988, or yeah, something like that, 87, 88.
Okay.
That's about as far back as I can remember. The first match, and I made a video about this on YouTube in a tag challenge video. The first match that I can remember watching as it aired was that Saturday night, where there was a match between Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, but Hogan got screwed over because of the twin referee.
Saturday
Night's main event. Yep.
Yeah, Saturday night main event. I watched that as they aired it at my uncle's house. We all had pizza and whatnot, and I thought that was pretty badass. You know, my uncle was pretty pissed. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" You know, Hogan got screwed.
Yeah, I remember Hogan's promo about that. He goes, the dollar bills was falling out of his pockets. I was like, shut up, Hogan. I didn't see no dollar bills falling no pockets.
It wasn't Ted DiBiase there as well.
Yeah. Apparently Ted paid for the surgery, supposedly.
Yeah.
For the double referees to look the same or whatever.
Okay, yeah. I vaguely remember it now. I haven't seen it in a long time, but that was the first thing I can remember.
Oh yeah.
I can still remember, which is pretty wild. It's wild when you're a kid and you see these giants like Andre the Giant and Hogan fucking going at it. It's like larger than life when you're a kid.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, you're so small and you're like, these guys are just fucking huge.
Right. It's just like, whoa, what's going on here? This is cool, and
who's your favorite wrestler growing up?
Fuck. I would say Mick Foley.
Okay.
I got into him for a long time, but he did piss me off when he did do that fucking dick spot.
Of course.
That other asshole that should have never been in the fucking wrestling business.
Oh yeah, Joey Ryan, fuck him. He can't even get a job at McDonald's, okay?
Yeah. Once Foley did that, I kind of lost some respect for him, and then The Undertaker is probably my number one.
Okay. Is there any current day wrestling that you watch?
I don't really keep up with current wrestling, other than I do like to watch the WrestleManias.
Okay.
And that's about it. And sometimes Royal Rumbles, if I pick them up on DVD.
Which I seen that you just recently picked the WrestleMania.
Yeah, I picked up WrestleMania last year's and this year's.
Yeah.
Now, I watched the 2022. I thought it was pretty good. Seeing Stone Cold come back was awesome. I beat the fuck out of Kevin Owens. And I haven't watched 2023 yet. But the unboxing's coming soon. Well, I don't know when this video will get released, but the unboxing will probably already have happened.
It'll either already happen or coming. Whichever one will be up there.
Right. It'll probably be there because that's the next video that's going up.
Oh yeah.
As of right now, I have the 2022 Blu-ray unboxing. Next will be the 2023 WrestleMania.
Now, you're also a big gamer as well.
Oh yes, big time. I play a lot of games on my channel. Got a lot of different series going on.
Which that fits with us because we're also big gamers as well as big wrestling fans.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you you got far more games than I do. I know you go after the games big time.
Only if I can get them for cheap.
Right. On the cheap.
On the cheap.
Yeah.
But what led you to start a YouTube channel?
You guys sparked the fire in me to actually go through with it and do YouTube. I started watching you guys somewhere in 2016, right?
Yeah.
And I was noticing like, oh man, these are cool motherfuckers. I said, these are the type of guys I could hang out with, and I'm not that type of person really. My group is small. I only have a few friends that I hang out with, and whatnot. But I'm like, man, these are my type of people. And so I started watching your videos and whatnot, and then I noticed you guys would talk about other YouTubers in the YWC, like Relaxing Goes, and a few others. And I started checking out their channels as well. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is something I should be doing,
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, that's when I started, at one point, you had talked about on Facebook, something about Chris Benoit. You wanted some information.
Yeah.
Christopher Benoit, because you wanted to do a video on it. And so you were asking questions. And I say some stuff about it because, you know, I'm a fan of Chris Benoit and all that, and about the tragedy and all that, and his death and what went on. So I had mentioned a bunch of things about it on your Facebook, and then that's when your friend requested me.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it just slowly went from there. For once in a while, I would hit you up, talk to you, you know, about wrestling and whatnot, about YouTube, and, you know, being a fan, you know, and then eventually, you know, jumping in the fucking pool and doing my own videos. In 2017, actually, is when I started. Somewhere, I think, in April. You know, so, yeah. And also, at that time, when I was watching your guys' videos, I noticed that Tommy would get hyped up from time to time. He would get pissed off.
Still does.
Yeah, right. And I'm thinking, man, this is funny as hell. So I don't know if you can talk about this now or get into it.
Oh,
later.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Ask about how the Best of Tommy series came about.
Yeah.
And then eventually the Best of Pops. Well, I've noticed you guys, or Tommy was hyped up, you know, and I said, man, this guy is naturally funny when he's hyped up.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, you know, after a while, I was like, you know, somebody should do like some sort of compilation where they just take some clips of Tommy, put it together, and, you know, and post it. And I said it would be fantastic. And I thought about it, for a while. I'm like, wait a minute, who the fuck's gonna even think of this? I said it's gonna have to be me, because if I do it, I'm gonna make sure it's done right. You know, and plus, I didn't think anybody would even think of doing this.
Because I'll be honest with you, I never thought about doing it. So
right, at that time.
Yeah.
Now maybe now there's probably people that, you know, want to do that, maybe. But yeah, and then that's why I started going over all your videos. I would take all the hyped up moments, you know, edit them out, put them in a, you know, a little folder there until I had enough footage to put together, you know, the first volume, which I told you about.
Yeah.
I'd say about almost a year later.
Yeah, and of course, what I did was, you know, he made it, so I wasn't going to fucking just put it on our channel and say, you know, it's from us. You know, he's the one that made it. He wants to put it down on his channel. I'm gonna let him. And you know, some people are like, well, you know, that's your guys' likeness or whatever. I don't care. I didn't make it, so.
Well, and also on top of that, I asked for your permission beforehand.
He did ask for our permission beforehand. He goes, hey, can I post this? I was like, hey, if you want to, go ahead.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was gonna take the videos and say, all right, I'm just gonna do what I want.
Yeah, yeah.
Unlike you, some people grab our videos to make fun of us sometimes.
Yeah, well.
One good done that once.
Right, so that's how the birth of the Best of Tommy Volume 1 happened. I think it was 2017 in December. And that's also when I started doing like the end of every year thing where I just show off a bunch of collections and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like I do every year now, which is building pretty good. But yeah, that's how it started. And then people, like, I want to say like months later or maybe about a year later, other people were saying, you know, you should do a Best of Pops, you know. And I had thought about that beforehand too, and I was like, yeah, I should. And so I went diving back into the videos again, and sure enough, I found a lot of footage on Pops getting hyped up as well. And I said, oh yeah, hell yeah, here we go. We're gonna do this too.
I'm pretty reserved. I mean, I get hyped at certain things, but I'm more of the one that tries to keep them on track. So
right. That's why I haven't done a Best of You yet. Well, kind of I have, because there's 3 volumes of the Best of all 3.
Yes, there is.
That's the only way I could have really had put together, you know, one of you with in those 3.
Yeah.
You know, or in those 3 volumes, because every once in a while you do get hyped up, but you're more mellow.
I'm always mellow usually. I don't really, unless something really pisses me off. But that doesn't happen too much. So
Right.
I just let
So
things roll off the back.
that's why it's hard to put together a best of you, because
Yeah.
I couldn't put together enough footage to make really anything. So that's why I did the 3 volumes of the best of all 3 of you, because I had a lot of footage, on the side.
Yeah.
And I still have a lot of footage to keep going, even though you guys stopped doing the 5 questions.
We do it as a segment on the podcast sometimes when we get questions, but
Right, but it's not the same.
yeah, it's not the same.
So, in the majority of the footage I get is from that. So I do have a lot of videos that I have to go through. So I could still make quite a few volumes more. I'm hoping to do at least 10 volumes of the best of Tommy.
Oh yeah.
I know it can't go on forever, but
Yeah.
I'd like to go on. I'd like to go on at least a few more years, and whatnot. But I got a lot of footage, so it's going to go on for at least a few more years. And they're fun to make.
Oh yeah.
And, I love going through there. I get in this like crazy fucking gorilla mode, and I just shut everything off, and I just focus on making those videos once I have enough footage, editing them all together, because I don't just throw the videos in wherever. I usually have to have like some sort of start and then build up and some sort of cool ending.
Yeah.
That's how I go about it. And if I'm not satisfied with it, then I'll just wait till I get enough funny clips to where I am satisfied with it. It has to be naturally funny,
See, that's where like some of the issues are with us when it comes to like, and this, because I'll be honest with you, that's tedious work, especially to put it together like a best of.
Right. It's not easy, but
it's not.
I love it. If you love something, it's like it's not work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like it's a passion of mine. I just love filming videos. Since I got my camera when I graduated high school in the late 90s, and I just would film all kinds of shit. And as a matter of fact, I got gameplay footage from the 90s that's on my channel.
Yes, I've seen that. Yes.
Anybody can look up in my playlist. So I just love filming. I should have been a cameraman in Hollywood or something. I don't know.
Like, because some people don't know how much like time. Yeah, like there's a lot of time that goes into certain videos. Even if it's not a long video, there's a lot of time into those videos. Like for instance, when we do like pay-per-view reviews, like people are asking us, hey, like when is the pay-per-view coming out? Well, you gotta realize this: we gotta watch the pay-per-view. That's a good 3-4 hours right there, depending on what pay-per-view.
Right.
Then we have to take notes while we're doing it as well, just to make sure we do points.
Well, plus you got to find the time to do it too.
Yeah, you got to shove the time in there. You also got to film it.
Right.
I also have to at least edit it to some degree, where it's just not us rambling about it. We actually have to edit it down a little bit, to make it look a little bit more professional.
Yeah. That takes time.
It does. Like just for a pay-per-view review, and then not only that, but you also got to put it out there as well on like Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or wherever. You got to post that as well.
Right.
Some people don't know that like just that, just a pay-per-view review that we do for our channel, there's at least a good 6 to 8 hours just in that alone, just to put that together. So
right. Oh yeah, no, it takes me like 5 to 6 months to put together one of the best of volumes.
Exactly, guys. Editing and doing this shit is very, very
right.
And plus, some days you're not going to be able to work on it because you got other things you have to do.
Right, life,
So, and plus, Pop's just had his, just had that issue.
Right, I seen the video on that. I'm sorry about that, man. With the big ass scar on his stomach, I was like, holy shit, man.
But Pops is cancer free now, ain't you, Pops?
Yeah, I see that.
I'm cancer free now. God bless that. I've said this before, on my videos, trying to get the word out there. Please, uh, I didn't know what was going on in me, but I want everybody to get checked out, get a colonoscopy done. Please do it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because you never know what's going to happen. And yeah, I mean, with that, mostly everybody understood, but we're more concerned about our dad than we are the YouTube channel during that time. So we didn't really put out a lot of videos, unfortunately. But
No, yeah, I'm sure they'll understand. And if there's people out there saying otherwise or saying you're full of shit, yeah, they're assholes.
oh yeah, most definitely.
Because I've seen some of the comments you guys get, and I'm just like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, we get a lot of hate for some reason. I don't know why, but
For speaking your opinion.
It's because, well, we know one of the reasons, because we talk about their precious Wednesday and Saturday shows. That's why.
What was it, Tommy? A few weeks ago, somebody wrote you and said that you don't know anything about wrestling, and neither do I.
Some goof wrote me on Facebook. It took 10 minutes of his fucking time. This fucking goof. He looked like the long lost Uso. He came and wrote me on fucking Facebook's like, you and your brother don't know shit. AEW is awesome. AEW is this. I was like, fuck you and fuck AEW, and I blocked him.
Hey, there you go.
It's just I ain't got time. See, I ain't got time for stupid fucking people.
Right.
Well, he to me he's the kind of guy that, I don't know. Let's say I'll just throw it out there. Like Dave Meltzer's balls. I'll throw it out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, kid, you've been doing this since at least 2016, correct?
Well, 17.
17.
Right.
Have you received any hate from anybody?
Yes.
Oh, you have.
Oh,
I blocked their asses too.
Now, what did they say about you?
No, I only got hate a few times. It's like very rare that I get any kind of hate. Nobody ever says anything other than another YouTuber named Daniel Santana, who has a lot of knowledge about a lot of things, including wrestling. And every time I make a video, he'll say a lot of things, and he's pretty smart, man. He's got it going on as far as knowledge of everything, it seems. But as far as hate, I don't remember the guy's name, but this was years ago. And this guy jumped on one of my videos. He was complaining about something, about the way I was filming or something. He was like, "Oh man, can't you move that TV over there and move this over here and do it like this?" And I'm thinking, I didn't say nothing back. I was thinking, motherfucker, why don't you make your own videos and do it the way you want to do it?
Because he can't.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And it's like, I see this paper on the ground or something like that. Can't you pick that up? I'm thinking, what the fuck? Who is this clown? So I looked on his channel, and all he's doing is playing this like Friday the 13th video game that came out years ago.
I remember that game.
Yeah, and he streams that. So I went on one of his streams saying, "Oh man, this fucking sucks. What kind of fucking channel is this?" And then I said, he's like, "Oh, it's you, blah blah blah." And I said, "Man, I'm out." And then I blocked him, and that was it. I think he found me because I had sent a comment years ago on Gemini 888.
Oh Lord.
YouTube channel, and he responded, this guy, on my comment about certain shit or whatever. But eventually, whatever, I blocked him, and Gemini 88 kind of, turned into a clown show with his channel.
Well, that's also what drove me and Tommy and Pops's channel kind of even more is we just rocked this clown for years.
Oh yeah, I remember the beef between you two. I was right there, watching it as it happened.
Yeah.
I did a bypass video on it as well. You guys were making videos back and forth, and by the way, your guys' videos great on trashing him. That was some good, like the pickle pals and all that other stuff. That was great.
Well, because like at the time he was just so bitter about like almost anything and everything,
Right.
like wrestling, something like he can't get his noodle wet, or
Plus he faked his own fucking death.
he did fake his own death. He farted in a doctor's office.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man, what's going on?
Don't forget, he took a shit in the doctor's office and filmed it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, who does that?
I don't know who does that.
Other than him. I mean, what the hell?
So we decided to make fun of this clown, and we eventually got his attention, and we just upped the ante even more just by making fun of him.
Yeah, he made videos, and eventually he backed off.
Yeah, he did.
I think I know what his problem was. I think his problem was he had his flowery couch down his mom's basement, and maybe he wanted out. I don't know.
He was trying to make love to that Yokozuna looking bitch that he said that he went out on a date with on Tinder or whatever.
I was thinking maybe somebody stole his Winnie the Pooh pillow and he was all upset about it. I don't know.
Like, and all he did was second clips, nothing impressive, elementary school garbage.
Like would sneeze and flip us off and say, fat wrestler rampage and all this shit.
Yeah, all that bullshit. You should have seen the video that he did on Relaxing Ghost.
We did.
No, I'm talking about the one. He did 2 videos on Relaxing Ghost.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Oh, one of them he had to take down. I don't think he had a choice because he was telling Relaxing Ghost to fucking die.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was.
For what?
Well, why do you want to talk shit about Relaxing Ghost? I like Relaxing Ghost.
Yeah, I mean he's a great channel, but at one point I think he was Relaxing Ghost was commenting like, "Oh, where's your flowery couch at? Where's your Winnie the Pooh pillow?" And I think that really pissed him off.
We coined that phrase, by the way, trademark. Flowery couch.
Yeah, flowery couch and Winnie the Pooh pillow.
Yeah. So he was making comments on Gemini's videos, and at some point, it must have really pissed him off because he got on, he made a video saying, "Oh, okay, well, it's in my bedroom or something right now, so that's that on that, and fuck you." And he's like, "Go fuck yourself, and why don't you fucking kill yourself or something like that?" And that's that. But he deleted that video.
Okay, then I probably didn't see that one then.
Not before I burned it though.
Oh Lord!
That's on my computer.
You gotta send me that video, sir.
I got that. But yeah, then he made another video not too long ago, I want to say a few months ago, that you guys do know about.
Yeah.
Is him trashing Relaxing Ghost at the end of the video, saying, "Oh, what are you custom DVDs, you should be ashamed of yourself."
Yeah.
I was like,
wow.
I was like, what the fuck? It's his money. He can spend it wherever the fuck he wants. And I was like, no one told you on how to spend your money on that fucking flowery couch and that Winnie the Pooh pillow, did they?
Those shitty white T-shirts he buys from Walmart.
You got that white T-shirts.
Right. Those damn short ass T-shirts showing off your non-muscle arm.
Yeah, showing your fucking Seamus man boobs out. Show us that.
Mr. fucking bodybuilder here. He goes through phase.
He was a big wrestling fan, and then he seen this. Then he seen the light and became Jesus Christ himself.
Yeah, he saw the light. He was doing all right. First, he was a wrestling fan. He was talking about wrestling, and then he went to Reverend Devon.
Right.
And now he's a fucking weight loss expert, looking like fucking Tony Little with red hair.
Right. he's this expert on weightlifting and shit. I'm thinking, dude, no. I used to weightlift back in my early 20s. It only took me 1 year to muscle up. It's taken him over 2 years, and he hasn't done anything for
And he looks the same.
And he looks the exact same.
exactly the same. That's what I kept thinking to myself, what's off here? If after 2 years, wouldn't you have seen some sort of noticeable change?
Do you know why he's doing this though?
Either he's ribbing the fuck out of everybody, or he's truly a clown.
No, you remember he had that shitty like Halloween mask on, and that he said he wanted to fight the hillbilly dad from Wrestle Rampage. He's bulking up to fight Pops. That's what's happening.
Oh.
Yeah. And here's what I did. I told him. I said, "What?" I said, "I live in Kentucky. We'll meet in a place of your choosing." And I just told him the truth. I will actually beat the hell out of you and leave you on the street. Because, you stupid, worthless piece of shit.
And the funny part, Ken, everyone looked on his comments on all the videos like, who the fuck is this guy talking about Rampage? Fuck this guy and all that. They were fucking ramming him in the comments.
Oh,
yeah. They was like, you want to? They was like, come down here. Say, you want to fight a 60-something-year-old man? Where's your balls at? I mean, you don't want to fight nobody younger? And a lot of people are saying, I'll put my bet on the 60-something-year-old man because you're a puss.
Oh yeah. But not only that, because of that war between you two guys, it helped build subscribers for you guys.
It did, yeah.
People were coming up more to your side than him.
And we appreciate every single one of them for sure.
Yeah, we sure do. Yeah. We sure do.
Speaking of gaining subscribers, Ken, what's the deal with your channel, sir? You have surpassed us, sir.
Yeah, I'm almost at I believe 6,000 now.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I tried to figure out YouTube a long time ago, but I just
it's fucked up though.
Yeah, it's weird because my views are still the same, and I haven't changed anything about my channel. So the only thing I can think about is YouTube themselves had pushed my channel so that they can run ads on my channel, because I don't put ads on my channel, they do, so they can get the money. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, they actually get money from us too, so yeah.
You know, so because I don't run ads on my channel, but whenever I watch a video of mine, once in a while I'll notice ads. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't put ads on this motherfucker. You know, they did.
Yeah.
Sometime I think early last year, I noticed my channel started to pop.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting a lot of subscribers every day. I'm like, what's going on here? What is this shit? You know?
Yours popped and ours went to fucking like we're scraping them. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I don't know, but look at your views versus mine. You guys got like double, triple the views I got. You know?
It's weird. It's weird.
That's the thing. You try to figure out YouTube, and I can't. You know? It's just weird.
Yeah, because I was telling like people, I was like, we're getting views that like 5,000 or 6,000 subscriber channels are getting.
Right.
And we're
getting good views.
And we're not even at 3,000 yet.
Right. I mean, maybe it has to also do with something like I'm kind of all over the place. I don't like focus in on one thing. Like you guys are mostly wrestling, but you do video games and whatnot.
Yeah.
I kind of do a variety of things.
Yeah.
I got wrestling, movies, video games, pickup videos. I just, and I got a new series that I want to put out called Versus this year.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah. So, maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe, because certain people like certain videos, and that's it,
Well, that also leads into, shameless plug here, but we actually have a 3,000 subscriber giveaway going on right now. And Ken, you're actually one of the first persons that I actually told this to, that we had plans on doing this. So you actually knew before most people did.
Oh yeah, I've known about this for over a year now, I think.
Yes. And I told you about it. You're like, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, man, that's fucking awesome. I think, yeah. I was even mentioning maybe it's something, do like a huge giveaway, but it would cost a lot of money if you got like a PS5.
Yeah.
You know, with a giveaway, but that is pretty fucking big. You probably want to wait till they drop down in price, but
that, and I would assume I would have to make a little bit more money from YouTube to do that. But yeah.
Right. You'd have to want to maybe a 10,000 subscriber giveaway PS5.
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe. Or no, by then PS6, because that'll probably be a few years down the road. Who knows? Yeah, you guys are doing a kick-ass.
We get a lot of people want us, to sponsor us. But I mean, we dig into it, and it looks kind of shady. And I look at this right here way. If they want us to use a product, or whatever that they want us to do, if I don't like it, I'm not going to tell somebody, to, hey, try this. It's great. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Well, that's how a lot of channels blow up. Is they're like, fuck it, we're going to promote it anyway.
I mean, if it's actually good, I'll tell you it's good. If it's sorry, I'll tell you it's sorry.
Right. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah, we've actually had a few sponsorships that we had to pass on just because, like, it's like, wow, I'm not sure. And plus, it doesn't fit with us.
Right.
So,
you gotta be true to you, man.
But the 3,000 subscriber giveaway, if you guys don't know what it is, we're going to be giving away the first prize. And by the way, you can pick whichever prize you want in the comments of that 3,000 subscriber giveaway video. And how you enter that is the first prize is a Nintendo 64. Now that Nintendo 64 comes with the controller, the cords, a memory card, some of the best wrestling games that came out for the N64, bar none. And we mentioned this. We could have thrown fucking Mayhem or Nitro and Attitude in there. No, we got you good games, guys. We got WCW versus NWO, the World Tour.
We could have put the shit in there, but we didn't.
WCW versus NWO Revenge, one of Pop's favorite games of all time.
That is the best one in my opinion.
And WWF WrestleMania 2000, and how you get that bundle is on the 3,000 subscriber giveaway video that we did. I will link it in the description box below. You click that link, you go over there, and you type in N64 in the comments. And you have to be a subscriber, by the way. Second, what we're giving away is a Nintendo GameCube. We're giving away the GameCube with the controller, hookups, memory card. We're going to be giving away the exclusive WWF games, which is WWF WrestleMania 18, WWE Day of Reckoning, and WWE Day of Reckoning 2 for the Nintendo GameCube. How you win that bundle is you go also to that video, link down below, and in the comments, leave the word GameCube. Last prize is the PlayStation 2, the PS2, and you get the PS2 console. You get a controller, hookups, memory card, and for the games you get WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, WWE SmackDown versus Raw, and WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2006. And to win that, click the link below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And in the comments of the 3,000 subscriber giveaway, you put PS2. And that's how you are automatically entered this giveaway. So please go over that 3,000 subscriber giveaway link below and do that.
Unless you want to be like the guy that I'll trade you this.
No trades. No trades.
Hey, I'll trade you my penis too for one of those others.
Yeah, no dice. We're giving away this, guys. We're giving this away for free. You don't have to pay nothing.
You know, it don't cost you a thing. Nothing.
Free shipping, free everything.
Now, Ken, you can also enter this giveaway as well because you are a subscriber, right?
I am entered. I've already put down I wanted the N64.
See, Ken has already.
Ken entered. Where's the rest of you at? Come on.
So what you guys waiting for?
Yeah, get on it. There's hundreds of dollars worth of awesomeness here.
It is. Each bundle's worth around $100 each. So.
Yep. Oh yeah, those wrestling games are going up as time goes on, man.
Like literally, you go to almost any like retro video game store. Those wrestling games are at least $10 a piece, sometimes $20. It depends on which ones you get.
Oh yeah. I noticed the Raw games for the Xbox, which suck.
Yeah, they suck.
Went up.
Really?
Yeah, they went up. I've noticed. I'm like, what is this?
Because the Raw, because the Xbox would suck balls.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that they had their own exclusive games,
but
those games were not fun to play. I like the graphics.
The graphics. The only one that was actually playable and good was probably Raw 2.
Yeah.
Because Raw sucked, and WrestleMania 21 was just atrocious.
Yeah, right.
I
love the GameCube Day of Reckoning games. I think those are fun.
They are pretty fun. Very arcadic.
Right. They're fun. And all the ones for the PS2 are pretty fun for the most part.
Like me and Tommy grew up playing, and Pops as well. The N64 games we grew up playing. Right. And all of them are good except for, the ones that were made by Aki, of course. But, and then the SmackDown versus Raw and the SmackDown series, phenomenal games.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say this. Back in the day, I never knew, that when I got an Atari and played it, I didn't know that it would all come all to this.
Oh yeah, technology.
Which leads us into this one. Ken, big video game buff, I know.
Oh yeah, big time.
What are you currently playing right now? Because we're going to go around and we're going to actually list a couple of games that we've been playing recently.
Okay.
Recently,
I've been playing a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games.
Oh yes, I actually played the Cowabunga collection.
Oh yeah, then that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking about that and Shredder's Revenge.
I still need to get that one.
Oh man, you have to get that game. It is extremely fun.
I'll be on the lookout for it for sure. I've just been kind of, doing
that's
busy,
limited run games, I believe. So you might have to order it through Best Buy. Probably will have it.
Okay, I'm gonna. I did notice that you went to Best Buy. I think maybe a month ago, I believe.
Right. Well, that video was probably filmed last year, but
okay.
It was posted a month ago.
Yeah. Well,
a lot of my videos I don't post right away. By the way, so in case if anybody's wondering, a lot of my videos I won't post for months, even up to like a year or two.
I'll have to agree with that because we've actually done this. I will say this. There's some Facebook Marketplace videos. I'm just going to warn you guys. Some of these were filmed in 2022, last year. So you guys still haven't seen them yet because I haven't released them, but they were filmed in 2022. But
a lot of the pickup videos that you're seeing this year are from last year.
Yeah.
So you were saying about
they had like $20 games there for something.
Yeah, they had $20 games that were on sale for $10 a piece. Those PlayStation hits, whatever they're called, greatest hits or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is a fantastic deal, I think, brand new seal.
Well, unless you're a collector. Well, hold on. Well, I mean, you are a collector, but right. I'm talking about the ones that be like, for like the PS1. I don't want that shitty green fucking. I was like, I like that green.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
It's still the same fucking game.
Right. Same thing.
Yeah.
Just a greatest hits logo on there.
Now for that, you're playing the Switch, I guess.
The Shredder's Revenge, I played on the Switch not too long ago. It was part of my couch co-op series, which was just released I put out like a week ago or so.
Yeah.
Fantastic co-op game. I think you could play up to at least 5.
Actually, yeah. My son was over, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, and we actually played the Cowabunga collection, and we all played the Turtles game.
Oh yeah, you got to play Turtles in Time.
It was fun as hell.
Hands down, my favorite co-op game is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What is it called? Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo, which is in that Cowabunga collection.
Yes.
And the Super Nintendo version normally goes for like $50, $55.
Very expensive.
Very expensive. So this is a great alternative,
to play it, and for modern and a modern way to play.
Right. Plus, all the other games that are on that bad boy, there's a couple $100 worth of games in that $30 collection.
Yeah.
On that.
Actually, I think Pops got it for me for Christmas, and it was a gift, and they had it for $20.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
For Black Friday, I believe. So yes.
Yeah, me and my buddy not too long ago, we played and beat almost every damn game on that collection.
Damn.
Yeah, we were just it was like old school times for us because we used to play a lot of these games back in the day. So it was like, wow, And some of them we never played. Like the Genesis version of, I think it was called Power Stone Heist. I never played that, and we played that. I love that game too. That's expensive, Sega Genesis game.
Oh yeah, very expensive.
$60, $70 game, something like that.
Is there anything else that you've been playing besides Turtles, or just Turtles recently?
Pretty much just Turtles.
Okay.
Some random wrestling games here and there. But yeah, I downloaded a few wrestling games for dirt cheap. I forgot the name of one of them. I posted one on my channel probably like a month or so back, and then I downloaded Saturday Night Slam Masters. The arcade version was $2 to download.
Ooh, okay.
So I downloaded that. I played it, but I haven't posted any videos yet on my channel.
I think I just bought that for the Genesis, I believe, or the Super Nintendo. It was one of the two.
I think you guys showed off the Super Nintendo version, which is that's an expensive game too, because I picked it up years ago for $20.
Yeah.
And it's only gone up since then.
All right. Pops, what are you playing right now? If there's any games that you are playing,
I'm going back to play my football games like the 15, 16, 17. I'm going to go all through that, but I'm going to tell you something, and this is so time consuming. It's pitiful. Is putting the you have to put the people where they go. Yeah, you have to put the characters where they go. Sometimes you have to change their names of other people, put them there. It's time consuming, but I tell you what, after you get them all set, and it works real great. But it's just so time consuming. I laid off of Red Dead because it's kind of left me cold because they don't want to put no more to it because they want the game to die. That they could have done lots of wonders with Red Dead. That they could have made it, where you could rob the bank.
They haven't updated fucking Red Dead 2 in forever.
Yeah, but break horses and everything like that right there in Red Dead. But they didn't want to do what they're doing is they're wanting Red Dead to die. Well, where they can bring on GT5, 6. It's just left me cold.
But they updated Grand Theft Auto 5 though.
Huh?
I said, but they update Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, but they update that, but they're like, fuck Red Dead, we'll let it die.
A fucking game that came out over 10 fucking years ago.
Yeah, it's really a fucking shame.
They have that meme going around that has Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
Yeah.
And they said these 3 games were in a console generation for the PS2. And then they have one that has GTA 5 and it says PS3, PS4, PS5.
You know,
It outlasted just one console generation. It outlasted 3.
now, I played Red Dead you know the entire game. And I made that motherfucker 100%. I passed that motherfucker 100%. I got fucking high honors like a motherfucker. And and then for them when it come online for them to fuck it up like they did, fuck Rockstar, fuck them.
Tommy, what are you playing?
Fuck them in the ass.
There you go. Tommy, what are you playing recently?
Me, I've been playing WWE 2K23.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Speaking of WWE 2K23 and also 2K22, at least they're getting better now.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
2020 was the shits.
Was horrible
Mhm.
from what I heard. A lot of bugs.
I'm
I
glad
played it with my son and it was god awful.
I'm glad I requested WWE 2K20. I'm glad it was cheap.
Yeah.
You know, I want to collect all wrestling games, but that one I might 100%. It's good they're taking the time now to actually make the game right.
Yeah.
You know, because beforehand I was like, what the fuck is this? You know, every year it's just like,
because I mean,
pissing me off.
19 wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. So
Right.
it was like, and then with 20, it just went down the shithole.
Right, and then they did that what's a battle royale or
Uh,
something like
Battleground.
that. Battlegrounds, yeah, right.
Battleground, which fucking sucked.
I'll give them at least they tried something different.
Yeah, I'm glad that they tried something different. The only thing that I didn't, there's a few things I don't like about it, but the one thing I really don't like about it is a lot of it you have to take the fucking game online, and I don't care to take my games online. I just want to play offline. That's it. I'm simple, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I mean, I enjoy playing online when I want to play with people I actually do want to play with.
Right.
Oh,
But
that's
I don't
one
like
thing I
playing.
hate.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
I played WWE 2K23 online with a random dude, and all he did was the same moves over and over and over and over and over.
Body slam, body slam,
or
body
something
slam.
like that. I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I can't stand because I actually played with a guy that he literally did the super kick the entire fucking match. It's like, what am I taking on, a young buck? What the fuck is this? But Tommy, is WWE the only game you've been playing
What was he,
recently?
the long lost young buck?
Maddie, Nikki, and Al Buck. We'll just call him Al Buck. Or Old Buddy. You want to call him Old Buddy?
Yeah, fuck.
You stole from Old Buddy?
Old Bucky.
But Tommy, so
I'm the old buck.
is the only one you've been playing?
Huh?
Or you've been playing more? You've been playing anything else, or just that recently?
Mainly, just that recently.
Okay.
You know, I've been sick lately, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy's recovering from having pneumonia, so.
Yeah, I read about that online, man. I'm starting to hear that.
But he's feeling a lot better now, so that's good.
Yeah.
I've been playing at least 2 different games recently, and the first one is I've had the game for fucking 2 years, okay, but I just now got around to actually playing it, and it's for the Switch. Luigi's Mansion 3.
Cool.
Fantastic game. I've enjoyed it. Luigi's one of my favorite Mario characters, so. Because I have all of them. I have the one that came out on the GameCube and the 3DS. So when I got the one for the Switch, I was like, hell yeah! And I just now got around to playing it, and it's a fantastic fucking game.
Right on.
And then the other game I just started playing recently is for the PS2. It's a game that I still love to this day. And I just went back and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to 100% it again. Fuck it. It's Tony Hawk Underground.
Oh, hell yeah.
Love Tony Hawk Underground, one of my favorite games of all time. And one of the only now granted, I love all the Tony Hawk games, but the reason why I really enjoy Underground is it actually had a story mode with it, and it was actually one of the first times that it actually had a story mode, and it's actually a really good one, and pretty badass. Also, you know, you can unlock Kiss on that game. You can play as Gene Simmons and shit. So it's pretty pretty great game. So I'm actually currently trying to 100% that again. So just because I want to.
What do you think of the remastered versions?
Love it. Because I was actually playing online with some people on there too. I just went online. I mean, I don't like to play usually with other people, but with that game, you just get in there and you kind of do your own thing.
Right.
And like you can play most of the games that are on there that are just, you know, like Trick Attack or whatever, you know, get the most points or whatever and all that shit. And I will say this: I'm not the greatest Tony Hawk skater for that game, but I never got number one, unfortunately. But I was also I think the highest I got was number 3. So I was in third place at least a few times. Any other time I was always, you know, 4th or 5th out of like, I don't know, like 12 people or whatever's on that game that you could play in one like setting or whatever. So I'm pretty good, not the best, but
The only thing.
yeah, go ahead, Pops.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. You gonna
But
say
the
something?
only thing about playing online to me, like I said, I played Red Dead online, Red Dead 2 online, and these some bitches, this guy shot me, and I told him he made one bad mistake because every time that I got on the game after that, I found that son bitch shoot him. Every time I'd find him, I would actually find him, just follow him, just to kill him. And I tell him, I told you made a bad mistake because everywhere you go, I'm going to be there and you're going to get a bullet in the head. Until finally, I guess he quit playing the game.
Pops can be a troll. So
I told him when he shot me, you just made a bad mistake. I made it plain to him.
Have you played the new Tony Hawk game, Ken?
I have. Well, there's a new one, or are you talking about the remaster?
Well, the remaster, I should say.
Oh, I picked it up a little while back, but I haven't actually gotten into it as of yet.
What console did you get it for?
I got it. It was on sale. I got it for the Xbox One.
Xbox One.
I would have preferred the PS4, but I think at that time I can only find it for the Xbox One. The same thing with WWE 2K22.
Yeah.
I could only find it for the Xbox One. It had a great sale going on for like $15. I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cheap.
So
because I actually have it for 2 systems. That's how much I love Tony Hawk. But I got it for the PS4, which is the main one I bought it for, and that's when I pre-ordered it. And I actually got like a Tony Hawk skateboard with it, which is pretty cool. Like a fingerboard, but it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
And then I ended up finding it on the Switch for like $20, so I picked it up on the Switch too.
Hell yeah!
So, and then I play with my son. And he gets pissed off. Hey, how are you doing this, Dad? I've been playing Tony Hawk since I was a kid, boy. But now, Ken, you're a big wrestling fan.
Oh yeah.
Now, of course, we don't want to drive any hate to you right now, or people from our channel come to your channel and want to bitch at you. But what are your feelings on All Elite Wrestling?
AEW?
Yeah, AEW.
I'll tell you what. You remember years ago when we first heard about these guys coming on the map and all that? And they're coming even before the pandemic and all that.
Yeah.
People were like either one way or the other. I remember you guys not even giving a shit about these people even before they even started doing matches.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I was like, I want to give these guys a chance just to see what they're going to do. Because beforehand, I was thinking they were going to be like borderline ECW.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I was very wrong once I watched their first event. And after I watched their first event, I was like, what the fuck is this? You see wrestlers like Sonny Kiss come out there and do his clown shit. And I was just, this isn't wrestling to me. What is this?
How about the guy with no legs?
Yeah.
Did you see Lieutenant Dan in a battle royal? The motherfucker had no legs.
Yeah. I mean, I watched that first event or whatever it was. What was it called? I don't remember.
Double or Nothing, I think. I think that was the first one.
Yeah, that was the first one. I watched that. Somebody posted on YouTube. I watched it. I was like, okay, yeah, it's not for me.
See,
so much.
People got on to us from the get-go about when we put out that video trashing it before the first event. We did trash it before the first event. But you gotta realize we knew who was in this fucking promotion.
Right.
We knew these motherfuckers. We seen these motherfuckers on the internet. We know who these motherfuckers are. And we just knew it was going to be if these guys are involved.
And
sure enough it is.
And yeah, it wasn't at all what I expected.
Now, granted, I will say this. There's a few people we do like. But it's very few.
Yeah, they put on a few good matches. And I remember me and you talking about this. I think Goldust put on a good match with his brother.
Yeah, Cody
at that time. And what's his name? Jericho had also put on a decent match. But other than that first event was like, oh, man, no. and then after that, I didn't even watch it. I didn't, maybe a match here or there, but I couldn't really get into it.
You got something to say, Pops?
I would like to know this, and I'd really like to know, Tony Khan, how in the hell are you paying all these wrestlers that's coming over from WWE when Daddy's got to run out of money one of these days. Daddy's got to because this is fucking ridiculous. And anyway, you don't even use the real talent. You use your scrubs. You use your guys. You don't use the talent from WWE.
Have you seen recently how Jericho's been?
No, I haven't kept up with him.
He's a fucking clown.
Well, what ruined me with Jericho, I'll tell you this right here. It's when I seen him dancing with this one wrestler with the bubbles on. I said, "What the fuck is this, Lawrence Welk?"
Hey.
I have noticed something.
Chris Jericho now, Ken, is a Karen.
Well, yeah, I have noticed something about just Jericho over the years. He was like normal size, then fat, and then super thin, and I don't know what he is now. I haven't caught up.
He's having liposuction.
He is the normal size again, but he dresses like he's Alice Cooper.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right. Tommy, did you see the boots that he had? Go ahead, Tommy.
See the boots? Yeah,
the boots that he wore. They look like some boots that some like
Yeah, the women's shoes.
You know something? What are you talking about? Those like purple high heels?
Yes.
I seen a picture of that, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
And just like him on Twitter, I'm not sure if you've seen any of his Twitter stuff.
No, I don't.
He's a Karen.
He bitches at like he bitches at restaurants. He bitches about hotels.
Wow.
Yeah, like the hotel wasn't fast enough to book him in or some shit, and he just went on there and was just like being a dick to him.
That's fucked up.
Man, you wouldn't want me to be in your hotel. I'd be like, fuck you, fat bastard. How about you do it yourself?
I liked Jericho back in the WWE. I don't know what happened to him now.
He's a has-been.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Go ahead, Pops. You got something to say?
Here's another thing that I'd like to put in here is Dave Meltzer.
How do you feel about Dave Meltzer?
Making Tony Khan Booker of the Year? How many times? I mean, does anybody else get the fucking vote? Or does Dave Meltzer like it that way? Because he's the only one that puts in Booker of the Year.
Are you Ken? Are you a subscriber to the Wrestling Observer?
No, I'm not.
Have you ever been?
I don't know.
I want to find out, how do you sign up? Because I definitely think that Tony Khan shouldn't be Booker of the Year every fucking year.
Do you now? This is where we
I don't keep up with him at all, actually.
Well, see, he's always like talking about these matches and like rating them with stars, and like these people that live on the internet, the wrestling internet fans,
Trolls, the trolls. That's what they are. The
Yeah,
wrestling trolls.
the keyboard tough guys. They think that that Dave Meltzer, when he rates wrestling, that he's right and that he's a wrestling god.
He's a wrestling moron, is what he is.
How are you going to take one person's criticism and try to make it as fact?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know,
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what they all say.
just like you said.
Understand what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
He had the Young Bucks better than the Rock and Roll Express, the Midnight Express, the Road Warriors, any tag team that's ever came before. That they are the best.
Ken, like you said, that you enjoyed watching Andre and Hogan, right?
Right. Correct.
Dave Meltzer puts some of their matches at 1 star or even duds.
Does he even watch wrestling?
well, he watches. See, that's the issue. He's all worried about in-ring work only.
Yeah, Ken.
That's not what draws wrestling fans in. Characters draw wrestling fans in. Stories draw wrestling fans in. Not just the wrestling itself.
Yeah, the persona.
Ken, have you ever seen Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair wrestle, have matches?
Absolutely.
Do you know that they haven't received any 5-star matches from Dave Meltzer?
They've never received one from Dave Meltzer.
Crazy.
Never. They've never received
But
one.
Kenny Omega. But Kenny Omega has received 7 and 8-star matches.
Oh yeah, don't even watch this.
It's a jack off motherfucker is what he is. A jack off motherfucker.
Do you know
Meltzer, you're a jack off motherfucker.
Kurt Angle has never received a 5-star match.
Wow.
Never.
What about the dick spot guy?
Well, you know he has.
He has. Oh yeah.
5-star because he did the dick spot 3 times. But
Wow.
now we recently seen Phil or as they call him CM Punk. We seen him come back on Collision recently.
Yeah, I've seen a picture of it.
Oh, you mean Saturday Night Nitro?
Yeah.
Didn't it look like Nitro?
Yeah.
They stole the
It
logo.
looked like Nitro to me.
Yeah, and he packed on a few pounds, it looks like.
He's been eating too much Mindy's.
Yeah.
But
Hey, don't knock Mindy's Bakery now.
yeah, Mindy's.
I thought that's what Punk had in his bag. I thought it was more mutton.
But he, Ken, do you know how much that AEW was trying to charge for these tickets to Collision?
I have no idea.
Literally, I seen tickets range from anywhere from $50 to $300, depending on where exactly.
Wow.
Would you pay that price to see wrestling?
Never.
See, that's the issue we have is who the fuck is going to pay that much to watch wrestling?
Well,
Dave
clearly,
Meltzer.
it looked like no one did in the seats.
Now,
Yeah.
here is what's wrong with wrestling today, in my opinion. There are no storylines that is really good. You know, when two guys are going to meet in the ring, they don't boost it up. You know, why are these two guys fighting here? They don't have story modes for that. You know, it's just fucking ridiculous. Now,
Let's just have matches for matches' sake.
on fucking Tony Khan shit, they just throw them together. WWE, I feel the same way about them. They just throw them together. Fucking throw them motherfuckers together.
I would
Well,
assume besides like the bloodline storyline, everything else in WWE is kind of cobbled together too.
yeah. But the bloodline to me is already run its bloodline out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I don't keep up with the new product.
Oh yeah. And like Ken, have you been to any like any wrestling like live shows?
I've never been to any events.
Never.
No.
Not even indies.
Nope.
Well, you just don't go or what?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just never went.
Well, you know, we've been to a lot of wrestling shows, but we've been spoiled here in old Kentucky, as they say. The redneck way to say it, Kentucky. But you know, we've been to shows where tickets are $5. You know, 10, 15 at the most.
Not bad.
I'm not going to a wrestling event and pay that much to watch a wrestling show. That's more than WWE charges for their tickets. Who the
Motherfucker,
fuck?
I pay $100, motherfucker. I better be right there where I can slap the fucking women wrestler's ass.
Yeah. Well, I better be.
That's where I better be. Right down there in front, slapping their fucking ass when they enter the ring.
Actually, there was a wrestling event and show that was here in our town locally, and we passed to go. It was called Micro Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, I seen one of you had posted a poster of that.
Yes, it was some, I guess, little person promotion.
Yeah.
Because you can't say the word M anymore apparently. But they literally charge. And by the way, it's at a local restaurant. Not even a big building. A local restaurant that literally is down the street from us. That's how remote this motherfucker is, right? And they wanted like $25 to get into the building, and you had to bring your own chair.
Ringside, how much was that?
Yeah,
how much did they say
ringside
it was?
Tommy, was ringside 50?
50?
Yep.
Fuck no.
I'm thinking it was 50. I'm not for sure.
Yeah, it's 50.
Total fucking fuck up, you know, just dumb.
So we let's just say we decided to pass on that. I think the last time that we actually went to a WWE show was in 2016. And
okay.
Our tickets were like $60 each. So it wasn't even like a ton of money to go to a WWE show. I'm certainly not going to pay $300 in ticket.
No, there better be a lot that comes with that.
Yeah.
In order for me to go.
And then
Like
Tommy,
I
Yeah,
said,
there will be. There will be. You get to see Dark.
like I said, if I'm paying $300, I better be sitting at ringside as the girl as the women wrestlers come by and smack them ass.
Like,
Fuck you if I don't.
listen, it's just like a
and then
lot of
Tommy,
people.
apparently nobody really showed up. Did you see the photos of the empty
Oh
building?
yeah, CM Punk cutting a promo and there's half-empty seats. Yeah.
What is this, AWA in 90? What the fuck is this?
What is
they
this fucking
should have
AWA
done-
1988 in the showboat?
Now, here's what I would have done if I'd been them. I'd put everybody on one side, and that's the only side I'd show.
It's like even with CM Punk, they can't draw.
But they did draw a lot of tickets for the London show that they're going to have at Wembley.
Well, big deal. Deal.
Yeah, they're
big
glowing
deal.
about that too.
Well, hold on. WWE's going to London for Money in the Bank also.
Yeah. You want to know why you got a bunch of ticket sales for fucking London and Wembley?
Because
they don't go wrestle very often.
Wrestling.
They only go maybe once every couple of years.
That's the only reason.
Wow.
In the US, they're here constantly, and the buildings are fucking empty. But
course they're gonna go to England.
Some people don't like the garbage that they're getting.
absolutely.
And come on, all people remember from that whole entire show of AEW Saturday Nitro is CM Punk's return. That's all they remember. They don't remember anything else.
There was nothing else.
They don't remember. They don't remember Miro versus Tony Nese. Boy, that'll draw a lot of ratings. No, like boy, they remember. Does people remember Miro and Tony Nese? I don't think so. Does people remember fucking Andrade, who's a bad motherfucker, who's my son-in-law? Fuck him. Fuck Andrade. He sucks.
Like, yeah, I'm not sure. They're like, motherfucker, he's your son-in-law because he's married to fucking Charlotte Flair, for crying out loud.
That's how you got there, motherfucker.
Exactly.
I gotta take a break.
Break time for old man.
Break time.
No one's gonna remember that match with Buddy Matthews, Buddy Murphy, fucking where the fuck his name was.
Agreed.
No one's gonna remember any of that shit.
Now,
like no one's gonna remember. All they remember was CM Punk's promo, and that's it. What else do people remember about that fucking blasé fucking Saturday Nitro?
They remember his ice cream.
I'm not calling Collision, I'm calling it Nitro. Might as well, because goddamn, you stole their goddamn logo, so you might as well say you're Nitro.
Now, something that you would like to announce to us.
Oh yes, I wanted to talk about. This is what you're talking about. Retromania Wrestling.
Okay.
You know that DLC game that you can download to your PS4 and whatnot.
Yeah.
There's two things I wanted to talk about that game.
Sure.
One of them is the physical release.
Okay.
Okay, so from what they said, and this is pretty good news, the physical release is still coming from limited run games once all the DLC is out.
Okay.
So they're waiting for the DLC to come out, and then they'll put the game physical.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool, I think.
Absolutely.
You know, and the other thing I wanted to mention about Retromania Wrestling is I've been following those guys ever since I heard about them.
We actually followed them as well. Actually, they actually commented on one of our videos.
Awesome.
When we did 5 questions, they actually commented and saying that they are putting out a physical version and that they hope that we would actually like the game.
Oh yeah, it's a great game. I've already downloaded it to my PS4. I got it on sale a while back.
So is it really good?
Oh yeah, it's fun. I got at least one gameplay on my YouTube channel.
Okay, sweet.
You know, so it's just like a throwback to the old school shit. You know.
WrestleFest is what I heard.
Right, WrestleFest and WWF Superstars.
I love those arcade fucking games. I swear to God,
Oh,
if I
Those are
ever
like
had the
nuts.
opportunity to buy those arcade games
Oh, yeah.
and put them in my house, I would.
I agree. I was hoping at some point Arcade 1-Up would get the rights
Yeah.
for those games and put them out. Those would sell like hotcakes.
There's 3 arcade games I would ever have. Well, sorry, 4, I should say. And that's WrestleFest, Superstars.
Oh, yeah.
I'll even have WrestleMania the arcade game
Same here.
and the WWF pinball.
Oh, hell yeah. I
'Cause-
love pinball so bad.
Because me and Tommy back in the early and mid 90s, down the street from our house was a laundromat when we were kids. And Tommy, what did they have in there in that laundromat?
It was called the WWF Royal Rumble Pinball Game.
Hell yeah.
It was literally down the street from our fucking
You're gonna have
house.
to. I'm gonna have to see if I can find it and put it on
Yeah.
Instagram and stuff. Get pictures of it.
Well, let's just say that Tommy and Joe at that right there time used a lot of men in their mother's quarters.
To play some
Yeah.
WWF Royal Rumble pinball.
Hell yeah.
That was at a laundromat in Indiana, by the way. We should
It's
mention
same
that.
thing with the.
But-
It's same thing with WrestleMania the arcade game also.
Yeah, and then
That's cool.
we had WrestleFest and we had Superstars at a local arcade that we had here in town that shut down like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck.
And they had that WWF WrestleFest and that WWF Superstars. We both played the hell out of both of those.
So if I ever had anything, any arcade games whatsoever, it'd be those.
Oh, hell yeah. I agree.
But thank you, sir, for that news. I'm definitely going to be looking on Limited Run to find out when they're going to be releasing that. Because don't get me wrong, digital download's fine, but I'm a physical kind of guy.
Yeah, same here. I only did the digital because, well, for one, I wanted to support them since they're doing something completely different
Yeah.
as far as wrestling games go, and plus it was on sale. So I got it for pretty cheap.
I got a question for Ken here.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Yeah, but beforehand, there was a second thing I wanted to say about Retromania Wrestling
Yeah, go ahead.
real quick. They changed something because of me.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so they do listen to their fans, which is crazy. Because like I said, I've been following those guys ever since I heard about them.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started seeing their beginning play videos, which looked pretty good, you know, it was in the early stages and whatnot.
Yeah.
After a few months or so, it might have been about a year or so, at some point, something was pissing me off. Is the part where the wrestlers were hitting the mats, and the sound effects sounded like a thud. And after a while, I was like, "What the hell is this? This doesn't sound like a wrestler hitting a mat." And eventually, I wrote them and I said on their YouTube channel and said, "Look, you guys need to go check out WWF Superstars, WWF WrestleFest. Listen to the sound effects for when those wrestlers hit the mat. That's what you need to put in your game, not what you got now." And they wrote me back quite a few times. And they said, and it was something that they overlooked. And they're like, "Yeah, we're going to change that." And sure enough, they fucking changed it.
Damn.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty kick-ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the day that I think, we did a 5 questions about it, and yeah, literally they wrote us about that. Like right off the bat, and I was like, damn. You know,
Well, yeah.
you know,
So they're passionate about, that game.
actually doing that. I mean, I will say this: I'm not too passionate about some of the characters in the game, but
Right. But as far as gameplay goes, it's fun.
because I'm sorry, but Matt Cardona sucks balls.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna get and say that right here, right now. But let's transition really quick into maybe a last topic here.
Sure.
Because we don't want to keep you too long, Ken.
I got a real quick question.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I got to ask you this, Ken.
Shoot.
Are you going to get AEW Fight Forever?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I'm not
Well,
paying
you know what?
$70.
You know what?
He's not paying the high price for it, Tommy.
Or you're not going to pay the high price for it?
I'll wait till Black Friday.
Yellow Tuesday, Black Friday.
Yeah. Black Friday, I guarantee you that will be $20.
I'm pretty sure it will.
It'll be $20.
And by the way, who releases a wrestling game in June?
I don't know.
That's a weird. Like don't get me wrong. I know you want to push it out, but would you wait for the holidays to do that?
You would think.
That's what I would do. I would wait till the holidays, but.
But we're gonna merge into this topic real fast.
Sure.
You love wrestling games.
Absolutely.
What are some of your favorite wrestling games?
Oh man. Saturday Night Slam Masters for the Super Nintendo. Here Comes the Pain.
Awesome.
The PS2, I believe. Day of Reckoning games for the GameCube. They're pretty fun. Some of the, N64 games. WrestleMania 2000's pretty good. I got so many. It's crazy.
Well, like you said, those are some of the best games for those respective systems.
Right. Right. And some of the newer ones are good too. Like 2K22 is good. I wouldn't say it's a favorite, but it's good.
What are some of the games that you actually grew up actually playing the wrestling games?
I played a lot of WWF, the arcade game for the PS1 back in the day.
Okay.
Lots of that. I got it. I don't know why I just got into it big time back then.
Mortal Kombat, I assume?
Yeah, because I'm huge into Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
You're
big into fighting games?
Right.
Yeah.
They digitized the fighters, people back then, and they did the same thing with that game, along with In Your House.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that too. Now I will say this: I do like arcade game better than In Your House, but
yeah.
I did like the pre-render backgrounds that are kind of cool, like the what was it, the Shawn Michaels at the strip club or whatever it was.
Right.
Undertaker at the fucking like the graveyard, and I think it was like Brett at the fucking the dungeon.
Dungeon.
Right.
Yeah.
And Owen Hart was at the king's house and shit because he was the king of hearts.
The King of Hearts.
Yeah.
Now,
no one gave a fuck where Ahmed Johnson's was.
Oh, that's right. He was in the game.
Great Googly Moogly. Is that the game you played the most when you were growing up?
Back in the 90s, I would say so. The arcade game.
Do you remember games that you don't like for wrestling?
Yes, I fucking hate the Raw games.
The Raw games
for the Xbox. Those ones I didn't really care for.
I will say this: visually, they're not bad looking games.
Right. Graphic wise, yeah, they're cool.
I do prefer Raw 2 over Raw, Do you remember when you played WWF Raw, like how big the fucking turnbuckle is on there? Like, there's this skinny rope and it's this giant fucking turnbuckles.
And it's pretty sad when you can't even beat Kai and Ty.
Yeah, me and Tommy fucking tried a match on there, like fucking a tag team match, and we're like, fuck it, we're gonna take on Funaki and Taka, Kai and
And
Tai,
they
and we
beat
couldn't even beat them. They beat us. We're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's wild.
Raw 2's better, but it's still not a great game either.
WrestleMania 21 sucked.
WrestleMania 21 sucked completely. Actually, me and Tommy did a match on there one time for the YouTube channel, and it was funny the way they they did a replay, and it started to fucking freeze, and you see like Tajiri's legs, and Tommy goes, "Yeah, go ahead and fucking freeze the frame, motherfucker," because his legs just fucking kept freezing.
I fucking hate that game. Attitude.
Attitude suck balls.
Oh yeah, true.
And that's the reason.
Both ECW games.
Yes.
Hardcore Revolution and Anarchy Rules. Both sucked.
I've never played Anarchy Rules.
I think
you're not missing much. It's the same as Hardcore Revolution.
Yeah, I will say that you're not missing much. If you played Warzone, you played Attitude. If you played Attitude, you played ECW Hardcore Revolution. ECW Hardcore Revolution, you played fucking Anarchy Rules. They're all the same fucking game technically, which kind of sucks.
Another bad one, WCW Backstage Assault.
Oh yeah, that one is for the shits.
No, there's no fucking ring.
Fucking ring.
I understand the gimmick of fighting backstage, but there at least has to be something in there about a fucking ring. It's a wrestling game.
At least on Mayhem, at least there was a ring.
I will say this: I don't care for Mayhem, but I do prefer Mayhem
it's
over.
More valuable than fucking World Tour, than fucking WCW Backstage Assault. Hey, Pop. That, WCW Nitro and WCW Thunder, they suck too.
Yeah, Pops. For Christmas one year, Ken. Pops and Mom got us an N64 for Christmas, and we're all proud. Can't wait to go into it. It was the one that included the purple controller, so you got two controllers,
right?
And they gave it. We got two games with it. We got WCW versus NWO Revenge, an instant classic, one of the best games of all time. And we got WCW Nitro. And, we played Revenge. We loved Revenge. And we played the hell out of Revenge, right? And then me and Tommy popped in WCW Nitro. The disappointment is unparalleled in this game. And it was ridiculous on how sucky it was, right? And, Pops comes back. He goes, "Oh, you guys are just playing Revenge. Why don't you play WCW Nitro? Try it out." Pops, you popped in Nitro. You played it. What you think?
Fucking sucked. Fucking get it was fucking dumb shit. It was just ridiculous.
It was funny. Pops goes, it was funny, kid. Pops goes, "All right, I see why you're playing Revenge now. Fuck that game."
and like you said, Tommy, Thunder is pretty much the exact same as fucking Nitro.
Yes, horrible.
I actually remember us picking up fucking Thunder, and the fucking car fucked up that day when we picked up Thunder too.
Yeah.
So that was a topic on the
case. We didn't even work for the car to fuck up, to go pick up.
And the car fucked up. So
Sign.
yeah, it was a sign. Fuck this day and fuck this game and fuck the car too. You know. But I will say this. You you know the SmackDown games aren't bad. SmackDown 1 and SmackDown 2.
Right.
They're pretty decent games. I will say this, Tommy. You remember when we got a PS2
Yeah.
and one of the titles that we got when we got our PS2 was WWF SmackDown Just Bring It.
Yeah.
Tommy, we put it in, right? We're watching that great fucking intro. Do you remember the intro of Just Bring It? The CGI fucking Stone Cold and Kurt and fucking Triple H's hair would flop when he done the pedigree and all this shit. We're like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be a fantastic fucking game.
Right.
The disappointment. First thing we hear, caution. Caution. And
that where what's his name says somebody has won the match.
yeah, and then they make the big deal. They got Taz and Michael Cole to do the commentary for the fucking game, and all we hear is Raven won the match. Triple H.
Billy Gunn is a really nice person.
Billy Gunn is a really nice person. Triple H won the other day.
Triple H was great the other day.
The arena is packed. The arena, not arena, because we got to do Taz now. The arena is packed. I fucking hated the commentary on that game.
The last ride.
The disappointment in that game so much to me. Don't get me wrong, the game's okay. It's okay. It's not the worst game, but it's not the best game. But like, we get a PS2, we're watching that fucking intro, we're like, this is gonna be the greatest game of all time. And then
we got more bad ones. Legends of Wrestling 1 and 2.
Legends of Wrestling 1 and 2. Ken, have you played the Legends of Wrestling series?
Yes, I have.
What do you think about it by Midway?
It came out for the.
Or is it Acclaim?
It was Acclaim.
I'm not sure.
What's the first that they come out for? The original Xbox?
They came out for Xbox, PS2, and GameCube.
Well, I like that they came up with a variety. Couldn't you use like managers and shit like that, right?
I believe you could, yes.
Yeah. I like that part of it, but I don't know. The gameplay wasn't nothing great.
Yeah. I did like the storyline that you have to go through the territories.
Right.
But it got kind of boring because you're just winning matches and there's really nothing there besides going through the territories. Pops played the first one and actually beat the entire game, didn't you, Pops?
Yeah. I played beat the whole damn shit.
Like, the only one to me that I thought was decent to play.
I just took my frustration out on them, just beat the hell out of it.
There you go.
To me, the one that was decent to play was Showdown.
Oh, Showdown Legends of Wrestling.
Yes, I believe we had that for the Xbox.
Yeah, I think we have it for the PS2.
That was probably the only one that's kind of decent to play.
Yeah. And I do like the Rumble Roses wrestling games.
The Rumble Roses wrestling games are pretty good. I know the first one was kind of like they had the engine from SmackDown Here Comes the Pain because they even had the same song.
Did they?
Yeah. Yeah. The same the fucking same little beat from fucking Here Comes the Pain. I was like, that's just like a reskin of it. Now, granted, nothing wrong with that because you're going to copy some of the better, games. That is, but did you ever play the backyard wrestling games?
Oh yeah, many times.
How do you like the backyard wrestling games? I'm not too fond of them, but
I'm not like a super fan or nothing, but it's nice to break those out once in a while just to play something completely different.
oh, absolutely, yes.
You know?
Uh,
Yeah, they're all right for what they are. Nothing great.
yeah. Well, believe me, there's nothing great there. Now, we know. We know that you're from Michigan.
Correct.
Big ICP fan or
No.
no?
I like some of their music.
Yeah. So there's only a couple of songs I like. The rest of them, not a fan.
You know, they have that gathering of the Juggalos every year, and they are from where I live, close to where they used to live in, I believe, Ferndale, Michigan, and I used to live in Hazel Park, Michigan, which is only just a few miles away from them. I probably walked by them a few times, in stores and whatnot, but not a huge fan. I just like some of their music.
Mm-hmm.
That's better.
You like the oddities?
Huh?
You like the oddities from the WWF? When they had like Golga, Earthquake, and Kurgan, and Giant Silva, Luna, the oddities?
Yeah. Nah.
But the backyard games are okay to break the kind of monotonous, so like sometimes when you're playing wrestling games, it is a grind. Sometimes it's always nice to have something different.
Yeah, once in a while it's just nice.
Hey Ken, have you ever tried the Fire Pro Wrestling games?
Yes, I have one of them downloaded to my PS2, and I'm then on the lookout for the PS4 version with ramen noodle hair on the cover.
Ramen noodle hair. I'll tell you right now, I got the game. I did it once, didn't play it again. That motherfucking game is so fucking difficult.
Yeah, the one for the PS2 is kind of hard too.
Like, I don't like where I have to play a game and do combos all the time. I just like to play a game.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I understand. Some fighting games have combos and stuff, but that's the reason why I didn't like Attitude. It's like up, BA, down, yellow to do a body slam. I was like, fuck that. Just fucking make a fucking directional button and a fucking other button and do body slam. Well, I got to type in code to do body slams.
Yeah, it's crazy. What do you think of the Power Move Pro Wrestling for the PS1?
I have it. I played it once. It's okay.
Right.
It's nothing groundbreaking or anything, but it is it's okay.
Right. I look at it as something different to play once in a while.
Have you played any of the virtual pro wrestling games for the N64?
Virtual?
Yeah, the virtual pro wrestling.
I don't think I have.
Well, they are exclusive to Japan, so I'm not sure if you.
Okay, well, yeah, no, then definitely not. Anything from Japan, I haven't.
Because I actually ended up buying them. I bought them off of eBay, and
We're thinking, me and Joe are thinking soon we'll be doing a video on that, doing a video game on it.
Some gameplays of that.
It's pretty much just like No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000, but
right.
It has way different characters and stuff, mainly from Japan.
Right.
The way you can play it is if you have a bit screwdriver, you could take off the back and put an American back on it, and you can play it on your N64.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to mod anything. All you gotta do is take the Japanese.
And of course, get a cheap sports game to do that with.
Yeah, get a cheap sports game. I get Madden 99. I see that all the time. Get you a Madden 99 for $1 or $2, and take the back off of it. You could take the back off and put it onto that Japanese one and screw it in, and you can play it on your N64.
Oh, that's cool.
The only bad part is it's all in Japanese. So So I mean, you know, you don't have to do anything except for try to learn the language barrier. So
Right.
we played it. It wasn't bad. It was cool. It's just, yeah, you know, if you don't speak Japanese, it's gonna be kind of rough.
Right. Ain't it like just like those Dreamcast wrestling games?
The Dreamcast, I have those, and they are fantastic to play. I'm not gonna lie; those are actually fun.
With Bruce Brody and all that.
Yes, it was awesome. Me and Tommy played it. Tommy, you remember Giant Graham and Giant
Yep.
Graham 2000 for the Dreamcast?
Yep.
Those are actually really fun games. And actually, me and Tommy even have some of the Japanese PS2 games as well. I'm not sure if you've seen the gameplay of that. We actually put out one of those. Was it Wrestle Kingdom? I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
I've seen all your gameplay.
yeah, I think Tommy was like it was cool too because Tommy was like Dick Murdoch and I was like Hayabusa. You're not gonna see them any like, you know, any other like games of wrestling.
Right.
I know that you're a big fan of Japanese hardcore wrestling too.
Oh yeah, I love watching that.
Big FMW fan, I assume.
Yeah, I love those Japanese guys. Are hardcore motherfuckers, man. They don't fuck around.
They don't fuck around.
Those guys are tough as hell. I love those matches between Mike Awesome and that other Japanese guy.
Masato Tanaka.
Yeah.
They even killed each other in ECW too.
Yeah, I mean they put on some of the fucking best matches you'll ever see, man.
You remember those matches, don't you, Pops?
Yeah, I remember the matches. I loved them.
Yeah, they're great.
Because I actually think
Mike Awesome definitely underrated.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, people didn't really understand Mike Awesome. I understand the whole they want to make fun of him in WCW as that 70s guy, and
But he was way better than that.
The fat chick Thriller.
That's too bad.
He deserved. Sorry, Ken, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
I just wanted to say this. You know, all that retro shit. You know, he deserved better than what he fucking got.
Oh, big time. That motherfucker can go.
He could, and I enjoyed all of his matches. Actually, me and Tommy were big marks, and Pops too. We were big marks of the last era of ECW, that 99 2000 era of ECW. Because we grew up watching that. You know, we grew up watching fucking ECW on TNN. And you know, we got to see Mike Awesome on there, and hell, I even have some sealed action figures from the ECW brand back in that time.
Awesome.
Yes, I think I have a Taz and I have a Chris Candido. They're still sealed. I haven't opened them, and I'm not going to. So
shit, Ken, I tell you what, a pay-per-view of ECW would come on Saturday. Saturday night, we'd go and get pizza, and we would just sit there and eat pizza and enjoy the hell out of the great fucking matches they had.
Yeah, because some people don't realize that ECW, like some of their pay-per-views was like $20 back in the day.
Yeah.
It was way cheaper than fucking, you know, trying to buy WWE pay-per-views.
Yeah,
I loved it back in that day. I loved it.
Oh yeah, the late 90s was such a high fucking wave that it's hard to beat now.
I don't think it's ever going to be beaten.
Right, it's impossible. You know, companies, man, they were really going for it.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Well, Ken, we're not going to leave you too much here, okay?
Sure.
To promote it all on your channel besides your actual channel itself.
No. Just check out my YouTube channel. Also 4K. I do a variety of things on there. Unboxings, giveaways as far as digital codes.
I've seen that, yes.
When I pick up a movie and it has a digital code, I'll just give it away. So it's first come, first serve. If you get that code, jump on that video.
Absolutely, and we will link Awesome 4K's channel in the description box below. Hit that link; it goes directly to his channel, and hit that subscribe button. Get him up to 6,000.
Yeah, we're getting close now.
Absolutely, and thank you, Ken, for taking your time out of your busy schedule to talk with us today for the podcast.
Oh, hell yeah, this is fun. We'll definitely do this again.
Absolutely. You are invited on the WR podcast anytime you choose, sir.
Hell yeah, this was pretty fun. First time doing a collaboration with somebody in the YWC, which is cool.
It's cool. It's really cool.
That'd be cool.
And also, I special shout out to you too, because God, we've been friends for 7 years now?
Something like that. Since 2016.
Yes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And also we should mention that since we've been friends for this long, he's trusted me with stuff and I've trusted him with stuff, even to a degree that we've even searched for each other certain things as well.
Oh yeah.
I know that you ended up picking up Tommy Royal Rumble 2002 for fucking $5 at FYE. Yeah. I remember that.
That was years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't find it for that much these days.
Hey, Royal Rumble 2002 is expensive.
Yeah, it probably went way up now.
Oh yeah. But thank you so much, man, and fun times, and we'll be happy to have you on the podcast again, sir.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, just let me know and we'll set it up.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.